Good evening, Hobbs and Gobs. It is my contractual obligated honor to introduce your vilification judge for the evening, Tim Wick.
Oh, hi, everyone. Good evening and welcome to Vilification Tennis Interruptus. So happy to have you with us tonight, wherever you are out there in internet land. I need to introduce somebody very important, somebody who's going to be with me the entire night, making sure I don't screw up this whole show too badly. That's right, is my co-host for the evening. I want you to give them a big internet round of applause. Let's hear it for Merritt.
Hey, everybody. Thank you, Tim.
There you are. Hi, Merritt. How are you tonight?
Doing pretty well. How are you, Tim?
I'm great. Merritt, you are, basically our newest cast member. You won the last amateur show that we may ever have.
God, I hope not.
Well, I hope not either. But either way, you won it, and now you've kind of moved up to co-host. You don't even have to vilify anymore.
I mean, yes, tragic, really. I would love to vilify again someday.
Someday it might happen, but not tonight.
Not tonight.
You are my co-host, which is a very important job. We need to make sure we tell people a little bit about our show. Since you are the newest person to Vilification Tennis, I feel like it would be good for you to explain how Vilification Tennis works.
Absolutely. So if you have never seen a Vilification Tennis show before, we are about to say really, really terrible things to each other and about each other and possibly mothers and other significant people in our lives. We all agreed to do this. We will eventually get paid to do this, and that's just part of the game. However, you may be offended as an audience member, and if that is the case, maybe this isn't the show for you. However, if you continue to watch the show, you're just going to have to deal with it from this point on. We have a couple of different games that we're playing tonight, and I think in order to play those games, we need people to play them with, don't we, Tim?
We do need people to play them with. However, before we get to that, I thought you mentioned something about how we could get paid.
We could get paid.
Is that something that can happen?
It can.
How?
The best way to pay our performers, which you should always do, tip your entertainers, is by using the virtual tip jar at our website, vilificationtennis.com. You can also tip us through PayPal. We have paypal.me/vilificationtennis. Or you can just use our email address, which is info@vilificationtennis.com. All of that information will go into the comments so you can see that and use that later. If you tip us at least $5, we also have trading cards.
Virtual trading cards.
Virtual trading cards that will be sent directly to your email. You can request any of your favorite vilifiers, any of the performers here today, and then we'll send those right out to you.
Exactly. So that's a minimum of $5. That doesn't mean you have to stop there.
You should definitely tip more, I should think.
You also, if you only want to tip us $1, that's fine. You just don't get a virtual trading card. That's okay. No big deal. But we do have performers tonight. We have folks who are going to write and perform insults for you. I need to introduce them to you now. So our first vilifier for the evening is the one right over here for me, which is Chris. Let's hear it for Chris.
Hi,
everybody.
There's Chris. And then the next person I'm going to introduce to you, who will show up somewhere on your screen. I have no idea where. Let's hear it for Stephanie. Oh. Very nice. Making yourself look lovelier than you usually look. Well done.
Oh, I love that hair.
Of course, there's nobody lovelier than Stephanie, unless it is Nathan. Let's hear it for Nate. There he is. He's dancing to silent music, and it's a little bit disturbing. And then, speaking of disturbing, we have Dave. There he is. All right. Yeah. Woo. Yay. Woo. It's Dave. And finally, the second oldest person who is on your computer screen tonight. Let's hear it in a virtual style for Eric Knight. Where is he? What?
Ooh, creepy eye.
This is not the October show.
No, this is
whatever.
September, buddy. I know all of the days have blurred together, but keep up, man. Keep up.
All right. So what we're going to do here, we're going to do something we call Vilification Tennis Home Game. This is actually how we write a lot of our material. We throw out ideas to write an insult about. and then everybody takes turns writing insults, and whoever writes the best insult gets to pick the next topic. Now, this is going to be a little bit different because you, our audience members, get to play along in two ways. Way number one, if you would like to suggest a topic, just type that in the comments field in front of you. And we have James, who is running our chat room, and will pass that information on to Merritt. Also, if you think you're good enough to be a vilifier, I mentioned that over here, Merritt won our amateur show this year. Someday we'll have an amateur show again. Maybe you'd like to practice for that. Well, home game is a way to do that. So if you think you can write a better joke than us, just type it into the comments section. If it's funny enough, James will share it with Merritt, and we'll share it with the world. Yes, everyone. So we're going to start. I'm going to give out the prompt. Now, what happens the first time I give the prompt, everybody else writes, then I pick a winner, and that person becomes the judge, which means that I then have to write. This is not a good idea, but that's the way the game works. So the prompt that I'm going to give to everybody right now is boats. Your prompt is boats. B-O-A-T-S. So I am talking about a vessel that floats on water, typically, not necessarily.
It could be
always.
motorized.
Could what?
It could be motorized or human powered.
It could be motorized or human powered. A canoe and a battleship are both boats. And what I do is I kind of wait until I see a couple of hands go up, but they don't get a lot of time. They really don't. They have to come up with an answer pretty quick. We've got a few hands up. So Nathan, your hand was up first. Let's hear your boat insult.
Dave is so disgusting. When he goes in the ocean, he puts more oil in there than Exxon.
Oh, that's pretty disgusting.
I'm leaving.
Okay,
that's me done.
That is currently the funniest joke, but it's the only one we have so far. So Eric, what's your joke?
If your mom was in a Gilbert and Sullivan musical, she'd be the HMS 444.
That's, wow. Okay.
I
Chris.
understood that reference.
And it didn't help. Okay, Chris.
No, it didn't.
Chris, I need your joke.
Okay, well, a lot of rich people own boats. A lot of people have fucked Stephanie.
All right. I mean, yeah. Okay.
There's the line.
Stephanie, what do you have to say to that?
The only reason why Chris gets in a canoe is because she really just wants to be paddled.
All right, Dave, you have the last chance.
Pirates are really into Stephanie. Well, they just love sunken chests.
Okay. You all, I mean, that's the first try. You all did valiantly well, but I think Stephanie did the best. So Stephanie, you get to choose our next topic, and you don't have to write it.
How lovely. I think that our next topic should be 90s teen movies.
Holy shit. There were teen
Oddly
movies in the 90s?
specific.
90s and early 2000s teen movies. We'll say that. Yeah. And the reason why I picked that is because I recently learned, y'all, that the movie She's All That is going to get a remake, which sounds terrible, but the director is the same person who did Mean Girls and the one where they switch with the mom.
Freaky
That one.
Friday? The remake of Freaky Friday?
I think it's going to be
Okay.
good. Yeah. You know, She's All That, Rachel Lee Cook. She's from Minnesota. Look at that. All right. So, Eric, what do you got?
Dave, there are way more than 10 things that I hate about you.
Ha. Tim.
Yeah, you know, Chris is a lot like 90s teen movies. I pretty much have completely forgotten she exists.
Chris.
Stephanie, you kind of remind me of a 90s teen movie. There's that one guy that's just always in them.
Oh, I see what you did there. Nate.
Dave's a lot like Romeo in Romeo and Juliet. I wish he'd kill himself.
Ooh. Dave, what do you have to say?
You know, Nate's mom reminds me a lot of a teen movie, Teen Wolf.
Ah,
You know what? I get to pick the winner, right?
you do.
Cool. I'm gonna give that to Dave.
Oh, wow.
Scary
Yay.
moms.
Okay, Dave, you got to pick a topic. Or
All
maybe
right.
Garrett pops in and gives you one.
Oh, is there one gonna pop in?
Nope, guess
Not
not.
yet, apparently. Okay.
All right. Well then I'm gonna pick traffic.
Traffic.
Yeah. The wide traffic,
Oh.
cars, vehicles, automobiles, wide range of possibilities.
Now, I'm not here to give you a topic because I'm not going to make it easy on you, but I do want to give Eric some feedback. He both got a laugh for his first joke, but also got the feedback that the person is watching from the drive-in theater before the movie starts and was hoping for some entertainment, but unfortunately, Eric is in the show tonight.
Is that
So,
person
you know,
Jeremy?
Ups and downs. I'm not at liberty to say.
All right, as our cast is thinking about traffic-related humor.
I mean, it's got to be hard because no one goes anywhere right now. I mean, I certainly don't go anywhere.
That's a good point. Oh, we got one person.
Oh no. Oh, no, it's
Two.
getting crowded.
All right, we have some people, so I'm gonna start picking people. Let's start out with Chris.
Sex with Nate is like my commute. I really hope it doesn't take very long.
Fair enough, yeah. All right, let's go with Tim.
Okay. You know what? Your mom is a lot like a protest. She blocks traffic.
Ooh, ouch. It's true. Let's go, I think Stephanie was next.
Yes. Sex with Nate is like road construction. Takes forever to finish.
It sure does. Well, Nate, what do you have to say to that?
Sex with you, Dave, is like current traffic. It's not something your wife has to worry about.
That's true. Okay, so and we have last Eric.
You know, Chris's time of the month is a lot like a really big, high, easy flow.
Well, that's tough. Well, let's see. To pick a winner, I'm gonna have to say Tim's was pretty darn good.
Yes, mine was pretty darn good. I like it when I'm in charge. Oh, Merritt, do you have a topic for me so I don't even have to do that?
Indeed.
What do you got?
Beauty pageants.
Beauty pageants.
Yes.
All right, your
Now-
topic. Yeah.
It really is. But I mean, when you think about it, it's all about the scholarships, Tim. Surely
It
it can't be about anything else at all.
That's what I've always said about beauty pageants. I've said, boy, I can't wait to see the scholarships in an evening gown.
You know, some people, they just really look they have just magnanimous smarts, you know?
Yeah, magnanimous smarts.
Mhm,
Indeed. I see 2 hands up. I'm waiting for a third hand
Oh,
for
no.
beauty pageants. A third hand to get a scholarship. All right, we have 3 hands. So we're going to go to Nate. Nate, what's your joke about beauty pageants?
Dave is like Trump at a teenage beauty pageant.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I mean, that's pretty much all you need. Okay, Dave.
You know, sex with Nate actually reminds me a lot of a beauty pageant. You're not really waiting around for the talent portion. No.
Eric.
You know how Stephanie is different than a 90s comedy? She isn't gorgeous, though I do wish she'd drop dead.
Okay. Chris.
Eric's mom is so fat, she's competing in a beauty pageant for Miss Multiverse.
Oh. Okay, Stephanie.
The only beauty pageant Chris could ever win is Miss Has All Her Teeth Appalachia.
I hate to give it to Stephanie again, but that one was definitely Stephanie's. I gotta give that to you. I am gonna point out former cast member Mark Lazarchuk, in not following rules, has texted me an insult. Mark, put a comment on Facebook. Jesus Christ, I'm trying to run the fucking show. He says, I'm not saying your mom is a slut, but rioters blocked the traffic to her bedroom and it made the news. So there you go. Thanks, Mark.
Well,
I would just like to point out that you rewarded him for breaking the rules and texting you.
That's pretty much Mark's entire life. That's Mark's entire life. All right, Stephanie, you are now in charge.
It looks like our friendly neighborhood Merritt has popped in to give us a suggestion.
well,
It is a merit.
the last time you were running the show, Stephanie, you were talking about, people from Minnesota and how exciting that is. And really, there's nothing more Minnesotan than sparkling water.
Oh,
So sparkling water is our topic, friends.
Somebody also wrote a joke about you, Stephanie, based on your teen movies prompt, which was Stephanie is like a teen movie. She spends about 75% of her time worrying about when underage boys are going to have sex.
That was a good one, internet person. Now,
Unattributed.
oh, I was gonna vamp a little bit more, but look at that. 1, 2, 3. Nate, let's go.
Dave's penis is like LaCroix. I don't want it in my mouth or my butt.
Dave.
Nate reminds me a lot of water. Torture, if taken nasally.
Oh, yep. Yeah, especially with sparkling water. That'd be pretty bad indeed. Eric.
If Chris was a sparkling water, she'd be called La Crotch.
Gross. Chris.
Tim here reminds me of sparkling water. Vaguely fruity, definitely overpriced.
I mean, it's true.
Fair. Tim.
All right, Eric is the LaCroix of vilification tennis. He's a vilifier, but just barely.
That's pretty good. I'm gonna go with Nate. I think he won that round.
Oh.
It was close though. It was close.
Nate won the round.
Oh.
Well done, Nate.
Merritt's back in.
Hello, Merritt. What can we do for you?
So I just wanted to share this as an option for you, but there were 3 conflicting suggestions. It started with acid rain and then progressed to regular rain and finally arrived at purple rain. So I have a selection for you
Oh,
of
thank you.
rain-related topics. Feel
Yeah, let's go with Prince. Prince is your topic.
Excellent choice.
Yeah. The best musician possibly of all time, but definitely in Minnesota ever.
We do have an unofficial Minnesota theme going on right now, what with the sparkling water and the teen movies, and now, of course, the artist formerly known as Prince.
Yeah. Have you been on the tour at his recording studio yet?
I have not. I have not lived in Minnesota very long, and I feel like I need to just be extra purple to make up for that. I'm still catching up.
If you could wear more purple, that'd be great. That'll
Okay,
help with the transition. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
That everything makes sense now. That's what I've been doing wrong.
that's what my parents did with me as soon as we moved here. They just swaddled me in purple and I blended right in because I'm also white.
That makes sense. That all tracks.
All right, we got some hands up here. Eric, you go first.
Dave reminds me of Prince. He likes standing in the purple rain. He's a redneck, and he often has blue balls.
All right, that are things.
Enough
Dave,
makes
go
sense.
ahead.
Eric here, he has a nickname very similar to Prince, but it's formerly known as an artist.
Stephanie.
Unlike Prince, I don't want Eric's extra time or kiss.
Nice. Very nice.
Chris.
Eric is so dumb, he thinks Purple Rain is about royal fashion.
And Tim.
Yeah, Dave's marriage is a lot like the movie Purple Rain. Half of it is good.
Yeah, that's legitimate. All right, who won there? I'm gonna give it back to Tim.
Oh, hot damn.
Yeah.
It is back to me. And you know what?
What?
Merritt, I don't think we have time for another topic. I was going to say that's pretty much it for home game. Do we have any audience feedback before we move on to actual vilification?
There was a lot of feedback about the Trump joke earlier, and especially for some of Dave's jokes. And on the topic of beauty pageants, someone would like Chris to know that imitating Monica Lewinsky in the Oval Office does not work for the talent portion. Just
yeah.
friendly advice.
Just thanks for that. Thanks for that, audience member. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to play vilification tennis. Now, before we do that, I'm going to remind you, if you enjoy the show even a little bit, you can contribute to the performers. All the money you pay us tonight goes to the people performing here tonight, right here on your screen. That means that the more money you pay us, the more money we make. For at least $5, you will get a virtual vilification tennis trading card. You can tip us via PayPal, info@vilificationtennis.com or paypal.me/vilificationtennis. Now, we are going to play a game called Cage Match Vilification Tennis. That means anybody can deliver an insult at any time. Everybody is insulting everybody else. When a point is scored, I will say point, but because there's a little bit of a delay, since we're online, I also have this fabulous visual indicator that somebody scored a point. So when my screen goes red, that means somebody scored a point. We will give the serve to whoever raises their hand the quickest. Eric.
You know, a haiku is 575. Which are also the ages of Nate's most recent dates.
Nate.
Eric is so old and racist, his computer is protected by a stone wall.
Chris.
Nate, you're so dumb, you keep your number 2 pencils in the bathroom.
Okay. Yeah, Dave.
You know, mini strokes have been in the news a lot, and we all just thought that's what Nate calls it when he jerks off.
Yeah, that's fair. Stephanie.
You know, some men wear eyeliner, and that's okay. But anything that Dave does is terrible.
Point. Just like his marriage. Anyway, okay, so we are ready to start another round. Stephanie has a point. Who's got an insult and wants to start? Chris.
Eric's dick reminds me a lot of shellfish. Even a small taste is going to put me in the hospital.
Eric.
You know, Dave's so dumb, he thought the Baltimore Orioles were the area around the Baltimore nipples.
That's terrible. I'm not going to give you a point, but it's terrible. Nathan.
Eric, your fat mom was really disappointed when she got to the top of Hamburger Hill.
Stephanie.
You know, the difference between Chris and Medusa is that Medusa actually makes men hard.
Classic joke. Dave.
You know, Stephanie has not had a lot of success in dating. She's kind of like your grandpa's emails, can never figure out attachment.
Ooh.
Chris.
So I understand that Dave has just come up with a new theory of relativity. I'm sorry, Dave. I don't think that guy is your dad either.
Eric.
You know, there's a new fast food sandwich based on Chris's mom. It's called a McMuffin top.
Nathan.
Sex with Dave sounds and looks like a cat vomiting. Hold on, I'm not done yet. Hold on. Oh, are you okay, buddy? Oh, you're doing it again? Okay, but don't eat it.
Okay, point. At my house, that's the other cat. But yeah, basic idea. Thank you. Well done. Well done.
It's so real.
There for me, Nathan. I'm sorry. to say. That was very painful. Okay, so who's got a joke? We're going to start with the next point. Eric.
Your mom fat, she once brought a spoon to a knife fight.
Dave.
Eric's mom is so fat, when she puts on a shirt, her buttons look like they're trying to social distance.
All right, you get a point because Nathan laughed at that. Nathan laughed at that, and oh, look, Merritt's back. Merritt, what can you tell us?
We are all enjoying mini strokes and Baltimore's nipples. Also, Eric, you have been betrayed because all of your siblings are supporting Chris's insult.
Hey.
You should have expected that, Eric. All right, we're going to start with another point. Thank you for checking in, Merritt. Stephanie, we're going to start with you.
Eric's marriage is more unstable than River Phoenix outside the Viper Room.
Oh, geez.
Yikes.
Yowza. Okay, Chris.
Oh, yeah. Stephanie, I understand that you're so poor. Even your internet browser is only Chrome plated.
Dave.
You know, Nate's mother is so gigantic that her waistline, it's like last March, just seems to go on forever.
All right, Nathan.
Eric's marriage is like his van, not worth fixing.
Eric.
You know, Dave calls sex with his wife jury duty because when he's summoned, he can't get out of it. And when he shows up, there's 11 other guys there. Let's talk about your 12 angry men.
A classic play reference. Okay,
Yeah.
Stephanie.
If you've ever seen a picture of one of those like melted traffic cones, you've basically seen Nate's dick.
That would be so disappointing, wouldn't it? It just, what a shame. Okay, we're gonna give the serve to, I saw Chris had her hand up. Service.
Sure. You know, one of the great philosophical questions of our time is, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, neither, if Dave was around.
Yes, Dave.
You know, Nate is so stupid. He was so proud about going shopping wearing a mask, but everyone else was wearing clothes.
Nathan.
Dave, I tapped your wife so hard, she's not going to untap during your turn.
Eric.
Reference. Oh, you know what Chris does for a living? Guys.
Yes, Stephanie.
You guys ever notice how Eric looks like an off-brand Eric doll that you win at a carnival?
I have noticed that more than once. Oh, Merritt, you're checking in. What do you have to tell us at this moment?
Well, our good friends the Glovers have some feedback for us.
Oh boy.
Nick wanted to share, based on the Prince theme from previous home game, that Nate's dick is a lot like Prince. There's an unhealthy amount of horniness in such a little package.
He's going to find out later tonight.
I'll bet he will.
Molly would also like to point out that Eric's connection sounds as old as he is.
That is true enough.
And also, Angie Jeremiason tipped us and wants to know if she can pick out her own card because she really wants Stephanie.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I should mention when you fill out the tip, if you put it in the comment field, which card you want, I will send you that one. If you don't remember to comment or you don't see the comment field, that's fine. I'll send you a message and I'll find out which card you want. But yes, you absolutely can request a card. You don't have to just get a random card.
Fantastic.
You can have whichever one you want. You can even have multiples of the same card if that's your thing. It's fine.
If you want to wallpaper your bedroom in Stephanie's face, for example, that would be the way to do it.
That would be the way to do it. Or you could just use the same one over and over again. It's a virtual card. You can print it more than once. But
shut up, Tim. Make him spend the money.
I don't think Eric knows how that works.
What the hell?
Thank you, Nathan. Okay, we're going back to vilification. Eric, you have the service.
You know, some businesses have a glass ceiling, but when Stephanie's mom was hired, they had to install a concrete floor.
Probably because she's very large.
Because
Nathan.
she's fat, yes.
If Chris's eyes were a book, they'd be All the Wrinkles in Time.
Chris.
Yeah, well, Nate, your dick is like the boat scene from Willy Wonka. It gave an entire generation of children nightmares.
Including myself.
Point.
Yeah.
Your feedback, Nate, there just I don't know if that's a good plan or not. But
Yeah,
well
thanks for the assist, Nate.
You're welcome.
Okay, we're gonna give the serve to Stephanie. Service.
Chris is so stupid that when she found out that Marshall Mathers was Eminem, she said, "Is he the red one or the yellow one?"
Dave.
Stephanie's sex life, it's not going great. She reminds me of vegetarians, relies a lot on meat substitutes.
I think that means dildos. Okay, Nathan.
Stephanie's dating life is such a mess, it looks worse than the back of Kurt Cobain's head.
Jesus. Okay, Eric.
Yikes.
Dave's finally trying to be socially conscious, but he's a little behind the times. He just joined the Occupy Wall Street movement.
Wow. Okay, Chris.
Do you guys know what American literacy and Eric's sexual partners have in common?
No.
The average level is about 7th grade.
Okay, Stephanie.
Dave here likes to have sex till the cows come.
Dave.
Eric here is so old and passive. He's a Betamax cuck. Betamax. Show?
Nathan.
Dave, your penis is so soft, a doctor diagnosed it with osteoporosis.
Wow. Very technical jargon. Eric.
They say you are what you eat. Well, this explains why Nate is such a dick.
Stephanie.
Me? Oh, okay, sorry, you cut out. The dish ran away with the spoon with Nate's fat mom, from Nate's fat mom.
Okay, that was a thing. All right, Chris.
Yeah, well, Stephanie, your mom is so fat that not even Chris Lindahl can get his arms around her.
Oh, Minnesota joke. Point. Oh, local angle. That dude creeps me out. Does he creep anybody else out? Those signs.
Of course.
Motherfucker. Holy shit. Okay, Eric, service.
Dave's house is a lot like a church. If you dig under the basement, you're probably going to find some dead bodies.
Dave.
Eric's mom is so huge. She has her necklace is an entire food chain.
Stephanie.
Dave's so stupid. He thought that horsemanship was a boat for a centaur. Horsemanship.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I'm embarrassed. I really am embarrassed that I gave you that point. And yet, it was funny. So, Chris, it looks like you're ready to give us a serve. Serve
Sure. Yeah, sorry, still getting that out. Hey, Nate, I understand your mom is so fat that when she plays Destiny, her ghost is a cake.
Eric.
Chris, your mom's so fat that in the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics, she's currently eating pizza in every universe.
Dave.
Nate here is so poor. If he has something in his hand, people ask him if he's moving.
Nathan.
Do you know what the difference is between Dave and a dead baby? I've laughed at dead baby jokes.
Chris.
Sex with Dave reminds me of climate change. Millions of children are finally protesting.
Stephanie.
Yeah, Chris, well, if you were a Star Wars character, you'd be Salacious Bum.
Eric.
Stephanie, it looks like God world before he made you.
That might have been a joke, but you broke out, so I don't know what you said.
Oh, move on.
Yeah, Nathan.
Eric, you're so stupid. When the doctor told you it was time to put down your cat, you went home and said, Muffin, you are a fat and lazy piece of shit.
My point. That was terrible. That's very sad, but it's a point. Oh, hi, Merritt. I'm glad you're checking in. I was about to say, I think we're probably down to our last point, but before we do that, what do you have for us?
So Mark Lazarchuk decided to follow the rules for once in his life, right? I know, so I feel like we need to reward him for that by passing on this crucial information.
Can
Eric,
we just give him a snack?
No, this is important. Eric, you need to dial *42 before you connect to the dial-up modem next time. That's going to solve the problem.
That's a good thing to remember. Thank you, Mark, for that advice.
Good job,
Given
Mark.
how much Mark knows about technology, it's kind of impressive he's able to give Eric any kind of advice. Okay, so one last point. This is our last round. Stephanie, it looks like you're ready to go. Service.
Nate, you're so racist you refuse to buy a Game Boy Color.
Eric.
You know, a lot of people probably don't know that Stephanie's mom does impressions. Everywhere she walks, she leaves little dents in the floor.
Dave.
Eric is so old. When he says, okay, Google, Google says, okay, boomer.
Nathan.
Eric's marriage is like a WWE wrestler on the ropes.
Yeah. Chris.
Dave's so stupid. He thinks that the US could have gotten over the Great Depression if it had just, gotten outside, exercised a little bit more, eaten right.
Stephanie.
How can you tell that Eric is an incel? Look at him. Just fucking look at him.
Eric.
You know, Nate's such a loser that in binary, his name is all zeros.
Science joke.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to go with Chris.
Dave's mom is so fat, her internet is a series of tubs.
Dave.
Chris, your mom is so fat, she was hit by a parked car.
Stephanie.
Dave's so sexist, he thinks a uterus should be called a weederus.
Point. That's a point. I don't know who got the most points. We're gonna award the game to Stephanie because she got the last point. Stephanie wins today's show. That's pretty much all we have. We have Merritt back on because of course we need to thank our co-host. Merritt, do you have any last information from our friends out there on the internet to share with us tonight?
Okay, we had so many comments about Nate's put down joke and Stephanie's Game Boy joke. So well done, you two. Nick Glover also thinks that we should always have Eric have a terrible connection because not having to hear his jokes is actually pretty rad. And that's a direct quote.
Pretty rad. Wow.
Rad.
Talk about an old reference right there. Eric might have understood that one.
Maybe.
So well done. Thanks, Nate. Okay, so I want to thank all of our performers tonight. We want to thank Chris. We want to thank Nathan. We want to thank Dave, Eric, and Stephanie, and of course, Merritt, our fabulous co-host tonight. We also want to thank James, who's been running the chat room, and Jeffrey, who's been helping us with our stream. I'm going to remind you, we are performers. We are doing everything we can to make shit happen on the internet because we can't make it happen in real life. If you can afford something, go out to PayPal, info@paypal.com or paypal.me/vilification tennis. You can see on Merritt's little square down there. You can see that information right down there. Just shoot us a few bucks. If you shoot us $5, give us a comment. Let us know whose card you want. It can be anybody in the show tonight or anybody else who is a member of our cast. Just ask for that and we will get that card emailed out to you. We do have a show coming up later this month. It is a full-length show, 10 p.m. on September 25th. It is called Coming in Second, spelled the way you would expect we would spell it. Vilification Tennis erases history. That's right. We are going to erase the shit out of history on September 25th. Then in October, I don't have the date right in front of me, but at the end of October, we will be doing another full-length show, and that is going to be the Vilification Tennis is coming from inside your house. That is on the 30th, the day before Halloween. The day before Halloween, so we won't get in the way of your trick-or-treat. Oh well. I probably just ended any chance we had of getting tips with that joke, didn't I? Anyway,
Nice job, Tim.
yeah.
Thanks, Tim.
So we've been Vilification Tennis. You have been the internet. Thank you for joining us this evening. Good night, everybody.
Night, everyone.